bad news, but I got some news. Yeah, I'm back. I was gone for a sec, now I'm back. On a unwanted vacation where I was at. Time to get the thoughts right back in my head. Bearer of bad news, yeah, I'm back. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I got some news, yeah, I'm back. First day out, all I needed padding, something to write with. Going out, now I'm in the booth and I'm going in. Feel some type of way, well I tell you now I feel the same. Ain't nobody give me a pop, man, to piss in. Mama never held my hand, running around wildin'. That's what the older Zoes call me. My god brother KG, blacker than any African, but he's smoother than any criminal that I ever seen. Y'all already know who my right hand man is, Mr. Teflon, any living little Pakistan. Man, I missed my man while I was gone in the can. All I had time to do, man, was sit back and think, reconstruct my brain. Now I'm ready to get back in the paint. Double dribble, turnover, now I'm playing defense. Hard pull in the water is more like single swim. The way that I'm smoking, call it the ocean twins.
KWIK Daily Devotions. Trick play. Now we all love sports, ain't it? Like I love sports. Like at my house, dog, we serve the Lord, and I am the Lord. Boy, I tell you something about me and my crib. We love to watch some sports, especially some Florida State, baby. One time, you know what I'm saying? But the reason why I'm talking about trick play because, I mean, there's so many times me and my wife, dog, we be watching the games, you know what I'm saying, and we really be analyzing how plays are run. Or what they did to, you know, make that shake, how they made that wallet all, like how they made that wallet. And to be real, when it comes to a trick play, you have to design it, right? When you draw up a trick play, when a trick play is created in any sport, it doesn't matter what sport it is, you have to draw it up, right? It takes time. And there's something about a trick play that when you're drawing it up, you know, there's this mystical, magical excitement towards doing it. And there's a trick about a trick play. Isn't that bizarre? There's a trick about a trick play that, you know what I mean, you have to see the trick play all the way through to the end. You have to see the alpha of the play and you have to see the omega. You know what I mean? You have to see the beginning of the trick play and you have to see the ending of the trick play. You have to feel that being done of the end. You have to feel that being done at the end. Ain't it? So when it comes to trick plays, I want to tell you that you are the designer right now. You are the designer right now. You know what I'm saying? You are the designer right now. You are the designer, dog. You know what I mean? Just like my dog right now, Juan Luis, dog. He is a designer. He is a clothing designer. So where I'm going with trick play, dog, being the designer, dog, check me. When you're watching the game, man, and you're listening to the commentators, you know, let's say the TV's not on and you're listening to the commentators on the radio, like how you imagine the game being played. Baseball games, football games, hockey, soccer, whoosh. I mean, any sport. You can listen to it on the radio, the Olympics, and you can picture that event happening right in front of your eyes, as though you're there. And that's the most magnificent thing about your imagination, is that you feel as though what? You're there. You necessarily feel as though you're there. So when it comes to trick plays, right, we gotta be able to do that. We have to be able to see the alpha, the beginning of it, and we have to be able to see the omega, the ending of it. Meaning, the play being successful. Ain't it? We have to see and feel the play being successful. We have to see the goal being made, the touchdown being caught or ran into. We have to see these things. We have to feel them into existence. That's how a coach comes up with a trick play, ain't it? That's how a trick play has its mystical and magical, basically, power behind it to infuse it. And we We are the designer of trick plays. We are that. We are the designer. And we need to fill in these gaps. Because one thing, like I was saying at my house, man, me and my wife, like when it comes to basketball, it could be burning. It could be burned. It could be so burned watching all them games. I mean, the every quarter of a basketball game. But I'll tell you something, dog. One thing about me and my wife, dog, let 2 minutes come up, 5 minutes come up in the fourth quarter, we all in. We all in watching the game, dog. And we live. We act like we don't watch the whole game. But it don't matter, dog. The last 5 and 2 minutes of the game, boy, it's like you have watched the whole game. You know what I mean? When it comes to watching football, I'm gonna tell you right now, one thing that me and my wife don't do is take our eyes off the television with 2 or 5 minutes left. There is no necessarily I'm going to get a drink, anything like that, because we know that trick play might be coming out, especially in a close game. Especially in a close game. And the reason why I'm talking about trick play is because you are the designer. You are the designer of the trick plays in your own life. But have you been scoring? Have you been making that goal? You know what I'm saying? Have you been seeing the alpha? Have you been seeing the omega? The reason why I'm even talking about the trick play and seeing the alpha and then, you know what I mean, only seeing the omega is because it's the same thing as how I've been telling you about the concept of your imagination. Your imagination is Jesus Christ. I'm using Jesus Christ's imagination as a tangible. Like once that gets through your skull, like you will start to figure deal me. You will start to figure deal me. You don't worry about the middle of it, right? Like when you're drawing a trick play, you don't necessarily know how the middle part's gonna happen. You don't know if there's gonna be an extra pass. You don't know if there's gonna be a toss back. You don't know if there's gonna be a break and a tackle. You don't know if a hockey stick is gonna get slapped and lost. You don't know what's going to happen in the middle, ain't it? Right? And the reason why I use this is because we need tangibles. God has given me, like, honestly, such a blessing to be able to bring His word to y'all in tangibles. And one thing about bringing God's word, I'm gonna tell you something about this stuff. It's not always the easiest. If y'all think that I'm sitting here and I'm talking about God's word just because I'm talking about God's word, it's not that, dog. It's not that. For real. When He came and hollered at me, came to tell me to do this, that He needed me for this, dog, it was when He equipped me to the max. You know what I'm saying? He equipped me to the max. It's kind of like He showed me the alpha, He showed me the omega, and He said, run it. That's it. That's it. Don't worry about the middle part. And that's what we need to do. And each and every day of our lives, we need to be the alpha and omega. We need to draw trick plays up every day. Begin your day with starting it how you want. Rewrite your life, dog. Rewrite it. There's such a power in writing. I tell my wife all the time I do not like writing because writing is a superpower for me. It's like what I write must come to light. Like ask her if y'all think I'm playing. What I write, what I say, when I make music, it must come to light. That's why, like, even with music, you know what I mean, at times I have to be very precautious about what I write. Like right now, my life, if for real, if you were to go back and listen to my tapes, my mixtapes, I'm living it right now. Like I've called it. That's why I'm telling you, I'm sitting here cooling it. I'm chilling, bruh. I'm chilling. This is my trick play. This is my trick play. This is my trick play because I need y'all to understand who I am is. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to understand who I am is. I needed to show y'all necessarily the power of I am, the alpha and omega. Y'all can say basically this and that about me all you want, but you know who I am. I don't care what you remember about necessarily negative, because I don't remember about negative. Like there's something about God, like He doesn't let you forget things, but He removes those feelings, because those feelings of necessarily not you, that's not Him, He removes them. Something that you don't want. Let me tell you something about Him and His trick plays. Something that you don't want. Something that makes you uncomfortable. It could be anything, dog. Like anything. Seriously. Something that makes you uncomfortable. Something that gives you turmoil in your inner being. Give it to God. Like, for real, I know we've heard this before. Just give it to God. No, for real, giving it to God, he takes away the feeling, like the disgusting feeling, the feeling of hatred, the feeling of not wanting to forgive, the feeling of necessarily wanting to abandon somebody. He takes that away, dog. It's crazy. And he replenishes it with just this at ease love and compassion. But you still remember. But he removes the feeling. And that's what I mean. Like, we have to draw up these trick plays, because God allows us to draw these trick plays and give them to him for reconciliation. So what trick plays have you been drawing up? How have you been using your imagination, you know what I mean, to make something mystical happen, to make something, an impact, you know what I mean, in a big time game? Because, you know me, I'm an athlete, so I'm an athlete for the Lord. You get me? Like, you feel me? Like, for real. I'm dead serious. I'm an athlete for the Lord. And me being an athlete for the Lord, y'all got to understand how I play. Y'all got to understand where my confidence comes from. Y'all got to understand why I talk the way that I do, dog. Is this. Big time players, ain't I? Make big time plays, right? And big time games. And that's all I'm doing for the Lord, dog. So I'm going to keep thugging for the Lord. You feel me? I'm going to keep thugging for the Lord. You feel me? And I'm just trying to give y'all some of this boomstick. Like, why, honestly, would you not want to be able to draw up a trick play and win the game with 3 seconds left? You must remember, dog, that Jesus is the final act. He's a football player. He's a basketball player. He's a mother. He's a father. You know what I'm saying? He's a child. He is all. He is the Alpha and the Omega. Wham!